mac and cheese and all of that stuff to discuss as well. But I gotta admit this. I'm in kind of a mellow mood. I mean, I got Luther Vandross, a.k.a. Marcus Spears, in the house. I got Teddy Pendergrass, a.k.a. Kendrick Perkins, in the house. And hell, I mean, I don't know whether I'm gonna be Joe, the Isley brother, Trey Songz. I don't know what I'm gonna be. But I will promise you this. You might see me a little mellow today, especially since I got the Black Widow sit right next to me. By the way, that's a compliment. That ain't an insult. First takes in the house. Let's go.
LeBron James was suspended. Anthony Davis was sick as the Lake Show fell into a 25-point hole at MSG. LA turned it around, but it wasn't enough, y'all. Evan Fournier scoring 26 points, adding 12 of his 14 in the fourth for a 106-110 victory Tuesday night. Julius Randle also put in work. Russell Westbrook's first half performance of just 6 points and 20% shooting from the floor didn't help the cause. But in the second half, Russ put up 25 on nearly 70% shooting. It's cut his turnovers from 5 to 1. AD, how does Russ turn it around like that?
He just clicks. I don't know if he see a matchup he likes or someone that's talking to him on the other team or a fan. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, we just need that entire game, because it helps us. When he's able to attack the basket like he's doing, he's aggressive on the shots. It opens the floor up.
Good morning, everybody. Real quick, I just want to say this, remind everyone, Stephen A. and I will be here tomorrow on Thanksgiving and the day after, so make sure to check us out. All right, Marcus, Kendrick Perkins, good to see you fellas. Stephen A., I'll start with you. Are the Lakers too reliant on LeBron James?
Hell yes. Isn't that obvious? And I got to tell you something right now. I mean, I'm just looking at it. And listen, Kendrick Perkins, don't listen, man. First of all, it's good to see you. Happy holidays, big bro. Don't eat too much tomorrow. Don't eat too much. But here's the deal, man. I mean, look, y'all.
What is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, I'm looking out for my brothers.
It's the one day you eat whatever you want. You don't care.
Molly, do you see how big those two brothers are? And that's just on a split screen. Do you see how big those brothers are?
It's two people. Hey, Molly.
Yeah.
Molly. It's two people on this damn show right now that play pro sports, and he always talking that foolishness when he come on here. It's only two of us that made it to the pros.
Someday he'll learn.
That is absolutely true. Why are you being offended? I'm showing love and looking out for you. I don't want you to catch a heart attack on Friday.
Because Stephen A., listen. It's okay for us to talk about our weight, and yes, I am going to eat a lot. I'm going to have my wife sweet potato pies, and I'm going to have Patty LaBelle sweet potato pies. I'm going to do that. But we can't take insults from smaller people. It just don't sit well with us.
It don't equate. It does not equate.
When you have friends like Stephen A., you don't need enemies.
All right, let me move on and get back to sports by simply dropping this one-liner. I was just looking out because I have every intention of eating myself, okay? Now, let me get back to the basketball game.
Please.
They're depending on LeBron too much. This team is 9-10. They've lost, 5 of their last 6 games, okay? Like 6 of their last 8 games. If this continues for another week or so, Frank Vogel going to be in trouble. Let me state that for the record on national television. Frank Vogel going to find himself in a world of trouble as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I understand LeBron has been out, but just the way that they've looked, defense is your signature. KP, you know this. It's his signature. That's what Frank Vogel made his bones in this business. They're the 28th ranked defense in the National Basketball Association. What the hell is going on with the Lakers? Now, New York stood up like I said they would, Keyshawn. They sat up there and knocked off the Lakers like I said they would, Keyshawn. All right? But I expected them to win. I didn't expect the Knicks to be up 25 points in the second quarter. I didn't expect them to start off the game scoring the first 10 points at Madison Square Garden. I mean, my God, where the hell are the Lakers? I mean, listen, Anthony Davis is a star. Russell Westbrook is a star. As far as I'm concerned, they're 2 future Hall of Famers, 2 top 75 players in the world. We get all of that. Where the hell are you for 60 minutes? I mean, with LeBron out, you got to know it's on you to step up And to show up at the Garden, albeit in the first half, and you ultimately came back in the second half and made a game of it. You tied it up, actually. The bottom line is you're seeing stuff from the Lakers that are simply inexcusable. And the Lakers franchise that I know, the Lakers franchise that we've all known, that's got 17 championships on its resume, they are not going to stand pat with these with two of those three players, and you playing like this. Frank Vogel, I'm telling y'all right now, Frank Vogel better get it together, because knowing the Lakers the way that I do, it would not surprise me at all if Laker Nation raise up, you out there, KP, and they make too much noise and they make a change based on what we're seeing. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Well, here it is, Stephen A. and Swagoo. Look, I believe that the Lakers need to lean on LeBron James even more. I think that's the problem with the Lakers. You know, like those old people used to tell us, well, Stephen A., you're old, so you're probably one of those ones that's telling us that the Lakers have too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. See, when you're trying to compete for a championship, everybody can't be a playmaker. Everybody can't have the ball in their hands to make plays or try to create their own shot. And when you watch the Lakers, they play too much my-turn basketball. When you have Malik Monk dribbling the ball up, trying to create his own shot, a guy that's supposed to be a spot-up shooter or a catch 1-2 dribble pull-up shooter, you have a problem. I love Carmelo Anthony. I think he has been phenomenal for the Lakers, but he has to be accountable, because right now they're picking on him on the defensive end. I mean, teams are running pick and rolls to get Carmelo on the switch, and they are going to work on him. So when I look at the Lakers, this is why you don't take for granted a guy like Alex Caruso. This is why you don't take for granted a guy like Caldwell Pope. This is why you don't take for granted a guy like JaVale McGee, because guys that come in and be stars in a role, that's what help you win championships. That's what help you get to the finals. Look at the Phoenix Suns. They have they two guys that they go to, a third option in DeAndre Ayton. You have Chris Paul and Devin Booker, and then they have a whole bunch of role players, young role players at that know their roles. Look, everyone cannot be a Chief. They need more Indians. If I'm the Lakers, I rely even more on LeBron James when he gets back, because he's their best decision maker. He's their best floor general.
Go ahead, Swaggo.
See, my issue with it is that this whole move and this whole offseason and bringing in Russ was supposed to create 2 5s that could go. And Perk, I hear what you're saying about LeBron, but the whole gist, the whole idea of bringing in Russell Westbrook, bringing in Carmelo Anthony was to be able to spell LeBron James. This is what we talked about before the season even started. When they get to a certain point during the season, they need to be clicking, and all of these moves were made in order for the playoff run. But when you're looking at this team right now, and Perk, I like what you're saying, nothing is defined. We all know Russell Westbrook can get a triple-double every night he play basketball. Yeah. But where is the team scheme to the Los Angeles Lakers without LeBron James? Because the plan was to be able to play at a very high level without LeBron having to expel minutes, put a lot of strain on his body. He dealt with injuries. All of these things, to me, is what's so confusing. To your point, Stephen A., with Vogel, the reason why I'm frustrated with what's happening in LA is what I said previously. You're supposed to figure this out, dude. This is what I heard. I heard Legs talk about it. I heard KP talk about it. I heard Big Perk talk about it. I heard you talk about it, Stephen A. Everybody's question was, how is this going to work? How is Russell Westbrook and LeBron James going to be on the floor at the same time, and both of those guys be able to impact the game? Mm-hmm. Well, I've been listening to y'all the basketball aficionados. I thought and was under the impression, as a guy that loves the game and watch it a lot, that the Russell Westbrook coming to LA was supposed to take pressure off of LeBron James to make a deep playoff run. And now, go ahead.
I have an answer. We're going to go back to what KB said about LeBron. But LeBron is responsible for this. And KP knows this to be true about what's about to come out of my mouth. You could have kept Alex Caruso. You could have kept the pieces in place with the squad that